Hi there, my name is Viraj and welcome back to my channel Data Crafts. I hope each and everyone is doing great out there. For today, we are going to solve a advanced level problem at Lead Code. The question has been particularly asked at various interview rounds at Apple. And the question says that we need to find the number of juniors and seniors to join a company. Let's say you are an HR at, let's say, Apple or Amazon or some kind of like FANG company, and you have been allocated a project or like a salary of $70,000 or $80,000. $70,000 as we are solving this question, and you need to hire all the senior members from the candidate pools that has been given to you. After allocating the budget to the senior members, then the remaining budget that has been remained, that the remaining project, you take it and you hire it for the largest number of juniors. That is hiring the largest number of seniors, and after hiring the maximum number of seniors, use the remaining budget to hire the largest number of juniors. For this question, we have been provided with a table called candidates, and the employee ID is the column with all the unique values. Talking about experience, experience is enum category. Enum category determines that only seniors and juniors are included in our data set, and each row of the table indicates that they have ID, the salary, as well as their experience. Okay, the question seems pretty easy, not that hard. So how do you solve the problem? The problem is pretty straightforward. For any type of question, just remember that the first step is check whether there is an let's say a consecutive or a sequence values that could determine each and every row. Now for this problem, there is no such kind of sequence. So you create a sequence of from 1 to 100 or 1 to 50 for both the windows, like for the juniors and for the seniors. Then the second step, order the juniors and the seniors, because we have been given a task that we have to hire the largest number of seniors. And how could you hire the largest number of seniors? By making sure that you are hiring the people who have low budget, like who have low salary, but must be an experienced person. So in that way, you could hire the largest number of seniors. So that's the reason why you first need to, let's say, order it by salary and then the experience, ensuring that you hire the seniors member first and then the junior member. The next step is calculating the cumulative salaries for all the members. I'll tell you why cumulative salary is essential for this problem, because thinking was that first calculate the cumulative sequence subtracted by the $70,000 for the senior members, and the remaining amount that like after getting the $70,000 minus, let's say the cumulative salary for the first 3% is $60,000, and $10,000 would be remaining, right? So that 10,000 would be used to allocate for hiring the junior members. In that way, I thought of doing it for like this problem. Then the next step is you like hire the seniors and the juniors based on the salary range, and finally you like combine all the results in one single format so as to give the output in this thing, that is seniors and juniors. The question that I have solved is pretty question to name or like rename all the stuff for better understanding. So I'll just delete it and solve with a better naming convention as well as with each step appropriately. Okay, so let's begin. Yep, the first step, as I've told you, give like order the whole thing by salary, then experience, and give every record a unique number, that is a sequence. Select employee ID, comma row number. So row number is actually a window function that is pretty helpful whenever you want to give a sequence to a particular set of values in a particular window. For this thing, we are just interested in the juniors and the seniors. So we would be naming 1, 2, 3 based on the salary and the salary for this number. And for that, that's the reason why we have used a window function. We would be partitioning it by experience, and of course order it by salary, and that too in ascending order. Rename it as row num. From what? From candidates, right? Then order it by once again order it by, like, let's say experience. Yep, experience, ascending order. Then goes the salary, ascending order. Let's run it for the first instance. Okay, perfect. So you could see that we are not interested in employee ID because that is not useful in any point of like for any point while solving the question. So just disregard it for the whole thing. Now you could see that all the senior members have been allocated with a row number 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2, 3. And now the next step, what I've told was to calculate the cumulative salaries for both the groups. Just convert this thing into a common table expression with candidate data. Candidate data as, don't forget to write as I would be using the same table for calculating the cumulative frequency. Again, using a window function that is sum what salary, right? Like this one. Yep, salary what over what partition by what both the experience, right? This one we are partitioning by experience, that is two groups, seniors and juniors. If there would be three groups, then it would have partition by three groups, experience, and then order by what. Order by is quite essential for calculating rolling average or rolling sums or any cumulative thing. Rolling, actually the main difference between cumulative and rolling is that cumulative would be for the whole table, whereas rolling would be like, let's say you want to calculate the rolling averages of 3 days, 4 days, 5 days. It's like pretty shorter window as compared to the cumulative. Okay. As some from what, from candidates data, this one, run it. Don't be in a hustle to solve a problem, be calm. The only thing I get frustrated is like I become quite nervous while solving problems in front of camera. So yep. So yes, we are getting the cumulative sum for the seniors thing as well as the juniors thing. So remember, I have told you that the row number wide is essential. So let's say for the first row, only one person. Like it also means that there is only one person. For the like, just think in a different way. You don't need to then calculate the like this one, right? How many people accepted candidates? This could be important. Like, why do you need to calculate? So for the second row, it would be two people. That's the reason why cumulative sum would be 4,000, and for two people. Third row would be assuming that there are three people above head, so that's the reason why three. So this is why I have used the row number. It also helps me keep a track that okay, you could like consider it in this way. The third row would also means that cumulative of three salaries, this one. And for the second, it would be this 1,000, 2,000, and 6,000, 4 plus 2. Okay, that works pretty well. Now once again, convert this into what, a common table expression, and this time I would name it as cumulative salary. Now the third step, what I have told you, was to put up a threshold. Now let's say, see, this case to case one. Okay, case two would be quite essential, like for understanding the problem. Let's say for our problem, the budget has been allocated of $70,000, and for the second case, you could see that the first beginning salary of the senior member is $80,000. Even the beginning, like the first row of the cumulative is of course the salary of the initial person. Like it is not the double, or no salary has been included. Remember that thing. So the first thing, okay, huh? So you could see that it is greater than $80,000, and if it is greater than $80,000, you don't need to check in the seniors thing. You could directly jump off to the juniors and hire as many people as you can. And you could see that 70,000 is greater than $60,000. So in this case, you could hire all the three members. That's the reason why the solution is 3 and 0 over here. Now, putting up the threshold is important. Now, where is the code? Here's my code, and let's put up the threshold. And I would be needing the cumulative salary to putting up the threshold. Okay, select what, senior, SENIOR, senior as what, experience. Mostly for all the things I have, like in my initial code that I had done, I had given very bad naming convention, and which is not an appropriate thing in coding. Or if anyone looks at my code, okay, he wants to understand how did I solve. And if a naming convention is pretty bad, no one is going to look at it, and no one is going to like wonder how it has been solved. Like even though it is simple, but because the naming is so bad that no one is able to understand you, so it's better to go with the convention for the reason that most of the people would understand. And where I was calculating the cumulative case, when minimum of what, this one, cumulative sum is greater than what we have been given explicitly, that the budget is $70,000. If the sorry if the if the budget was different, please do look at the question properly. We could directly 170, 123, then what, then null, else what, minimum of cumulative salary. This is actually this particular table, I'll tell you why. This is actually a threshold for like solving, and as what, threshold. Like for the first time I was solving, I did not thought of there would be a case when salary could be exceeded, like the first salary of any senior would be more than $70,000. So that's the reason why I need to include this part in my whole code once more. Cumulative salary, where what, experience is equals to what, senior. Perfect. This is an additional column, quite important, like just for naming convention. And if I run it, I was thinking that, okay, why could we use zero instead of null? Null is important. I'll tell you why ahead. Like for solving for the first time, I had used zero, but then I thought, okay, no, you could use null and like make most of the stuff out of it. And okay, seniors, the minimum is $2,000. That is good enough. And okay, yeah, perfect. Now I would name it as senior candidates. Candidates as same goes for the juniors thing. Okay, you now like for I would just copy and paste. These are both the threshold. Remember that thing. Okay. Junior. Now over here as well, I would be using the minimum cumulative sum. This one. That's threshold. Okay. Junior. Anything more you want to change? Nothing. Just check it once. Select everything from junior candidates. It should work pretty well. Yep, it is working very well. The first salary is, of course, you could just look at over here, $1,000, 1,000, no, sorry, $10,000, and the same case for the $10,000. Yeah, pretty well worked. The next step. Now you have to calculate all those senior members that have that could like fit it in your slab of $70,000, right? And how do you do it? You just use select, then experience. What experience? Then you can use a case case what, when what, threshold is not null. Then this one is pretty confusing. Just uh, look at it properly. What I would be doing is selecting all those candidates. 70, 1, 1, 2, 3. Is it $70,000? Yes, it is $70,000. Minus what? Cumulative sum from where? From the second table that we have created. But oh, cumulative sum. Okay, cumulative sum minus cumulative sum as remaining budget. remaining budget. And what next? From where? From cumulative. From that is where. Filter it out by experience. Uh, Senior and what the okay, first I'll tell you why doing this. Order it by okay, before like so this code will tell you. So if I just run it, oh, I'm so sorry, I'll just include everything. From where? From cumulative salary. In cumulative salary we have employee ID, experience, salary number. Okay, just include experience. Actually experience is not needed because we have already filtered it out, so we know that all these people are senior members, but I would be needing the row number. I will tell you by number. If I run it now, you could see that, let's say for the first person, oh, I would also be needing the salary for a better understanding. Okay, so you could see that the first person, and remember that everything has been ordered by salary, so the minimum salary would be the first and the maximum would be last. Let's say $70,000 has been allocated, and okay, I will include the cumulative salary for yeah. This is also important. So you could see that this is the salary, cumulative salary, row number. The first thing, now I would be looking at cumulative salary only, and remaining budget, like it has been calculated right now in this query. Okay, first is 70,000 minus 2,000, it would remain 5,000. 5,000 minus 4,000, 3,000. Now I know that only 3,000 budget has been remaining. If I use the whole 3,000, it would be going into negative. That means that we are over budget. Now you could filter it out, like stating that you could directly filter it out, because we won't need the like this thing salary as well as the cumulative, but we just need the total number of people. You could see that only 2 people, that is row number 2, uh, also means that 2 people could be able to fit it in our 70,000 slab budget. And what is the remaining budget? $30,000. I'm so sorry once more. So 2 seniors would be included for our project, and the remaining budget $30,000 could be used to allocate for hiring of the junior members. Now this is the most critical part, because you could see that all the people are negative, and if all the people are negative, what I would be doing is that I would be using the remaining budget of this table of this query for hiring the next junior members. And if it has negative thing, then the junior members would also show 0. That's the reason why we have calculated the threshold, right? This one. You remember why I needed to calculate the threshold? This is the reason why threshold is important. Because if it is greater than $70,000, you could directly jump off to the junior members for hiring them. Now convert this into case so that you like hire all the people. Now you got it. Why row number was important? Like it also means in the other way that okay, 2 people, 1 people, second person. Basic logic, common sense, not so common. uh, let's rename it to senior candidates as what? Senior selections. The election as no first. Let's first write the whole table, write the whole query, then I would convert it into a common table expression. Okay. Now I won't be needing salary, I won't be needing row number, I won't need anything actually. I just need 70,000 minus cumulative salary. That too in that too in case. I'm not interested in like okay, just remember that I'm not interested in that whole stuff. I'm just interested in the remaining budget and the row number. Row number indicates over here the total number of people. Remember this thing, okay? Case. Case when what threshold what threshold should be not null, only then you are just looking right, or else why you null then, and if it is not null then okay, you have to do this kind of shit. Then $70,000. Yep. Now the thing is, we just remember that you're interested in this row. Now order it by the order it by salary, the minimum salary of remaining budget, and just use this one, okay? Or else it would give these people. So senior members order it by row number. Okay, you could also order it by row number and add that it should be greater than 0, where experience equals to this, and remaining budget for this one. In filter thing, you have to add once more. Yep, should be 0. Perfect. This is the condition. Order by what? I have told you order by should be row number. Order by what? Row number ending order. Now what this condition would ensure that we are getting only these people. This order by would determine that we are getting the first this one in what we are interested, right? Perfect. Done. And limit by 1. Okay, remember to limit by 1. We are interested in one row, not the whole thing. Convert it into case, done properly, then close it. Close it. End as what? I would end as final budget. Now if I run it, this should run properly. Okay, from where? It is from senior candidates. Yes. So this is the stuff that I would be interested in. $3,000. Nothing else, nothing more. Yeah, that's all. I need the second stuff, row number. Yeah, I just forgot that why I did not include row number, because usually whenever you are using a case, the operand should contain only one column. So that's the reason why you have to once again like rewrite the whole stuff. Like once again use a case thing, right? I just forgot that why nuisance, what nuisance I did in the code, and it was pretty horrible, when I name it, because my naming is not that great. I don't require this one. I require the row number. But the condition remains the same as accepted candidates. Where cumulative candidates from senior candidates? No. Now this the thing. Remove this one. Perfect. And rename it as accepted candidates. Yes. Done it. Yep. So we are getting the final budget as well as the accepted candidates for the seniors. Now let's go for the juniors. Oops, sorry. Yep. Yeah, null. Yeah, this is good because this is important. And this final budget would be, this final budget also means that it is the remaining budget for the it is the remaining budget that, like, after allocating it for the senior members, what is the remaining budget? It is $3,000, like I have shown you over here. Now what you would be doing is convert this into once again what I say, a case, a common table expression, and rename it as senior selection. As now the thing is, I am not writing all this stuff once more. It's the same, only that instead of $70,000 I would be using the final budget from where, from senior selection. So I'll show you. It's the same, okay? It's the same. The logic is pretty same for the whole stuff. Case when threshold is not, once again, I need to use a threshold because let's say the junior salary itself start from $80,000, then what you would do? So that's the reason why threshold is used instead of final budget. Final budget. Oops, sorry. Final budget. Final budget. Final budget. Salary junior. 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 Final budget minus cumulative as remaining budget. Not give it as remaining budget, but yeah, that sounds good. From cumulative experience junior, final budget minus greater than 0, order by row number descending. Good. Case when threshold is not null, row number as accepted candidates, experience junior. Yeah, this is pretty well. Why, God, why? Not supported. Actually, not supported. Yeah, why it would be supported, right? You have to mention it from where you're calculating it. Um, from junior candidates. From junior candidates. And this thing, final project. This would be select final budget from senior. Always be calm. Don't get excited while solving. Then mistakes are prone to happen. And yeah, this one goes over here. Not here. This one. This one. This one. This one. Yeah, perfect. It worked. Oh. For juniors, why it is showing as null? No, this should not be the case. This should not be the case, right? Okay. Oh, not 0. For the senior candidates over here, you need to add $70,000. I forgot. Yep. Because I'll tell you why. Let's say if it is null, that greater than $80,000, then our output should be $70,000 for to be included over here, final budget. That's the reason why we are using the whole thing over here. Yeah, that's the reason why I had previously had to use the case. Good. Now it should work, huh? Yes, it is working pretty good. Convert this into a comma table expression and rename it as junior selection. Oh, as the last step is, of course, you need to select what experience, comma, accepted candidates from where, from first senior selection, right? Why senior selection? You could see the output that we need for senior, and I guess they have result in any order. Union all, same thing. Junior instead of senior, junior. Now run it. Junior selection, comma, null. Okay, now to tackle with null, convert this into what? Queries function. Queries, comma, 0, comma. Same thing goes for the juniors, but I don't think they are needed. I guess case 19 would require what I said. Case 19, this one. As this is, yep. Submit. Hell yeah, 29%. In my initial, like, let's see my submission. So you could see that my initial code is pretty dirty, but it took me around like 30 minutes. Here it is taking 25 because, okay, naming convention stuff. I'm explaining also. So you could solve it less than 30 minutes, even for a hard problem. Just go with the logic. Whatever you need, bring it from the common table expression. That is the best thing you could do, because it also makes the logic pretty simple for anyone who is trying to solve the problem. We will look at this one, okay? So for this problem, what we had done in the initial code, first we ordered it properly by salary and experience, because we are looking for the base salary, and that is the minimum salary, and for the maximum salary. The question itself says that we need to hire the largest number of people. So that's the reason why we need all the people with the minimum salaries first and then the maximum salary. Calculate the cumulative salary. Cumulative salary is important because in that way you will be subtracting it by $70,000, and the record that goes below above $70,000 and we get the remaining budget as negative. Just disregard it from that point and use the previous row's record. Use it for the junior selection. Same goes for the senior candidates. You need to calculate the threshold. If there are people who are greater than $70,000, you don't need to then move ahead. Just go on to select the junior members. Same goes for the juniors over here. And after calculating the thresholds for both the stuff, then you need the actual senior selections, right? Case when threshold is not null over here. This one. 70,000 minus cumulative sum. I have also added experienced senior to filter it out, not including any juniors. And 70,000 minus cumulative frequency must be greater than 0, so as to include only those people. Like, it doesn't overshoot your budget, or else you have to pour it from your own pockets. This doesn't actually happens in corporate. Like, you are pouring from your own pockets. Okay, leave that thing. And limit should be 1. Remember that thing. Because we are looking just at one row, like 2 and the final budget. Now goes for the junior candidates, the same stuff that I've done. Only the thing is, instead of like doing $70,000 over here, you have to calculate the final budget. And if the budget is not allocated to any senior members, use this else part over here, which has been included here. And the final thing is coilies. Use the coilies function to add up with the seniors and juniors for the final query. I hope you did pretty well understand how to solve the problem. Solve it yourself, write down the logic, what you need, and build the logic based on that. Then put up the final SQL query. In that way, you would be like getting all the required results. The problem is not complicated. It is always the it is always the simple things that is associated with any problem. You have to just break it down into smaller and smaller parts, so as to bring our results. Don't run behind time management or space management while you're like in the learning phase. When you're in the competition phase, then look out for the time management. First, just write it down, do it pretty well, solve it yourself, not once, not twice, thrice, or 4 times the same problem. In that way, you would have a better grasp in the rolling average, cumulative thing, the row number, the window functions, the filtering, as well as this common table expression is pretty helpful. And also the subquery. Remember, never try to minimize the subquery as much as possible, because in the execution thing, at the backend thing, whenever you are using a subquery, the time increases for time increases for the execution of getting the final results. Remember that stuff. So try to use joins or this, what I say, common table expressions. These actually saves a lot of time in the backend. And what has been remaining, yeah, please do like my video, do share it, do subscribe my channel for more helpful SQL tutorials, and be safe, be happy, and enjoy your life till we meet the next time.